Alright, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now, today we're going to be working on the 1997 Subaru Impreza that I got for 125 bucks. If you haven't seen the previous video on this car, I'd recommend checking it out. But holy smokes, the transformation with this car from the inside and the outside has just been crazy. And it's been a blast rebuilding it, but now is the part that we've all been waiting for, where I want to start upgrading this. Now, I've been busy. I've been running around getting a lot of parts for this car, whether it me pulling it from a local junkyard, whether it me going to dealerships to go pick up parts, whether it's me haggling with people on Craigslist to get parts for cheap. Got a good collection of stuff that I need to unbox and make sure that it's correct for this car, and then I can give you guys a quick breakdown of my future plans for this vehicle. Now, before I even unbox anything, you guys might be able to see that there's something holding all the boxes on top of the roof. And I couldn't contain myself. I'm sorry. I just had to install it on the car. I was so excited. So what I got up there is a Yakima Load Warrior cargo basket. And I think it makes a great addition to the car. Even though it's already a station wagon and there's plenty of loading capacity in the back, I just thought it'd be great for, you know, adventure trips, being able to put a bigger spare on the top of the roof. And I mean, just look at it. It looks so cool. So now you may be wondering what I want to actually do with this car. And knowing that I already have a 2002 WRX that I've modified to stage 2, I've already kind of got that out of my system, you know, like lowering the car and putting bigger wheels and tires and things of that sort. And that's all good. But I kind of want to go in the opposite direction of this vehicle, and instead of lowering it, what I actually want to do is I want to raise it. My idea is I want to turn this into a battle wagon / adventure vehicle. And I'm super excited. Like, I want this thing to really come to life. You know, I also wanted to show people out there too that you don't need an arm and a leg, you know, to have a cool car. You may not think this car is cool in any way, but just for me personally, I think this is like one of my most favorite cars I've ever owned in my entire life, because of all the hard work and effort that I've been putting into it has just been starting to stir up this sentimental value for it. You know, as things go along, I want to make sure that I can keep bringing you guys content as well as making this thing look awesome. And I don't want to go too crazy with the money either. I'm trying to keep this all within the budget, because again, I only spent 125 bucks on the car. So if I'm spending $5 grand on parts on a $100 car, it kind of defeats the purpose. You know what I mean? But you know, I am willing to spend here or there, but everything that I'm doing, I'm being like a little bit conscious of how much money I'm actually gonna throw at this, because I don't know how much longer I'm actually gonna keep this thing, because I want to make sure to keep bringing you guys content. And you know, when we all button this thing up and it looks all beautiful and shiny, I do want to enjoy it a little bit, but I'm gonna get the bug for something else, and I already know that, so I'm just kind of coming to terms with that. But in the meantime, what we can at least do is just enjoy the ride and see how it comes out. Alright, so this box is actually from Subaru, because I don't think they make these anymore. Alright, now this is a bug deflector. And you might be wondering, Zach, why the hell did you buy this thing? But there's a big reason as to why I bought this. From my previous video where I was fixing this car, and in that one corner of the fender, it just never looked the way that I wanted it to look. This is gonna help cover that up, as well as kind of add to the front end of the car. So this is what the front end of the car looks like right now with the damage on the fender. And there you have it. Really adds to the front end. And of course, it also serves a purpose too. It will be deflecting all the bugs on those long road trips, as well as covering up that little bit of body damage right there on the fender. As you can see back here, that's what it looks like. But nobody really needs to know about that, right? That could just be our little secret. Okay, so now for the next part. This stuff was such a hassle to get. I don't know why it's so hard to find these in good shape. Let's see how they look. Come on, baby. Oh yeah, they look good. These are rear struts. Rear Forester struts, to be exact. Zach, why the hell did you buy rear struts off a Forester for an Impreza? So what this is gonna do with the car is it's gonna raise it 2 inches just from doing the struts. And if you put bigger tires, you can at least get a 4 or 5 inch lift. So this is kind of a starting point for us to start turning this into a battle wagon. And here's what the front strut looks like. But you would not believe the nightmare to get these front struts. So I actually went to my local pick and pull this time to take these off. And I thought it was gonna be a breeze. I have my box of tools, I got everything I need, I'm gonna take them off, and I'm gonna go home. But that was not the case. There was one 19mm bolt that's holding it right here at the top that was stuck, just absolutely welded shut. I tried everything. I stood on it. I used the breaker bar. I got creative. I even brought a pipe with me and that wouldn't do it. So what ended up happening is I broke both of the 19mm sockets that I have. So I had to leave the place, drive all the way back here, get another 19mm, and finally, after some PB blast, it came off. It was just such a nightmare. And what ended up happening as a consolation prize is I filleted the outside of my arm down to my elbow, and I got a bunch of busted knuckles, but at least I was able to take them off. Now, something to consider if you want to do this with your Impreza, it's not going to be an exact plug and play. The fronts will be an exact plug and play, but the rears are going to take a little bit of fabrication. This is the one thing that I'm looking forward to. It's a little scary buying struts used because you don't know what the condition is going to be, but just visually looking at them, they look to be in pretty good shape. So I'm just hoping that they'll hold up for the long run. And something else that's worth mentioning too is I was able to get these rain protectors. I'm not sure what these are called. These are actually from a 2002 WRX, and they really add to the utilitarianness of this vehicle. I'm really happy with the way these came out. And I also was able to find this rubber floor mat. I know it looks like a total nightmare right now, but project car, you know how it goes. And I also got another hood hinge that I want to replace with the one that's bent, so that'll help us out, and a window visor, because I'm sick of getting blinded every time I'm driving. All right, and thanks for watching. And make sure to stay tuned for our upcoming videos on this Impreza, where we're gonna start turning it into a battle wagon. I know it's not gonna be easy, because these things never are. And as well as my WRX, I feel like it's been kind of just put off to the side. And I do want to bring some content for you guys on this car as well, and all the other cars in my hoopty fleet. So, thanks for watching.